With this, got this shit from CBS, Al 7.
Eyeball that shit. Nigga see, I ain't had to put man let her drip in nothing. Is you a trapper or is you not a trapper?
Are you a trapper?
Tell her hands out of her, man.
I'm gonna take this shit, fuck it. Smoke on them young those blunts today. Bloody cup of potion, eh? Cheerio. Damn.
Shut up there.
Yeah, my boy. What is this nigga?
I know I ain't think it was over with. I know I ain't think it was over with.
All right. The case of the freaky deaky doctor, Govan, and I want y'all to meet the Wickmans. And this exhibit is coming straight out the files. And after this, we got the proof of the freaky deaky Overton Park. Indecent, 2 times indecent exposure, pulling his DIKK out in the undercover sting. But first, let's run through this exhibit from the federal files, and I want to see, can y'all spot a rat? Because you don't get flipped, not lip flip. Govan don't get flipped unless it comes from a federal investigation. So what the streets say, what his lawyer man and Rory say, we got like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 confidential CIs in this paperwork. Let's walk through it. I'm gonna take my time. We're gonna go through the whole thing because it is juicy. And let's get into it. See, can we spot a rat? What kind of cheese we need to set this trap? Let's go. True. Please. Factual basis. The government would have presented the following evidence at trial. Freaky deaky Daniel Fearnow is a licensed medical doctor who practiced in Shelby County, Tennessee. In 2009, he worked as a physician at the Wickman Family Medical Center, located at 8485 Highway 64, Suite 101 in Memphis, Tennessee. Prior to 2009, he worked as a physician at the Lunsford Family Health Center, located at 7865 Educators Lane, 3rd floor in Bartlett. From at least February 2009 until November 2009, he conspired with others to unlawfully distribute and did in fact unlawfully distribute Schedule 2, 3, and 4 controlled substances. Beginning in late 2008, the DEA and law enforcement investigators began receiving information that Fearnow was prescribing narcotics to individuals who did not have a legitimate medical need for them. According to these reports, Fearnow sold prescriptions for cash and traded prescriptions for other deeds. Y'all see that right there? All right, so Dollar Bill must know what he talking about, right? This is simply saying that what Charleston White and Dollar Bill saying about Govan, it may have some kind of truth to it, because once we get to the affidavit of his freaky deaky butt naked exploits in Overton Park, where they had to run a sting on his ass. Soon after he did that but we'll get to that after he got arrested by this shit. He made bond. Bond number 15,000. But let's true continue. But I want to highlight this part right here. I'm sorry they gonna let me. No, they ain't gonna let me. But right here, according to these reports, Fearnow sold prescriptions for cash and traded prescriptions for other deeds. Other deeds. I mean, he had everything he wanted except for, y'all know what it is? Somebody got butt naked with some baby oil for the freaky deaky doctor. But let's continue. I want that to... The Shelby County Sheriff's Office and DA began their investigation. Law enforcement agents and investigators interview witnesses, utilize confidential informants. It's always the rats. Conducted surveillance and utilized other investigative techniques to confirm Fearnow was in fact unlawfully writing them scripts so that they can be resold. I'm putting this in layman terms as much as I can because it's a lot of reading, but we're gonna break it down. On February 9, 2009, Shelby County Sheriff's officers arrested a person later identified as what they say CS1. CS1. That's a rat. Well, I don't know what the CS stand for. It stands for confidential something. So that's one rat, one snitch, one informant. On February 9, 2009, Shelby County Sheriff's Office arrested a person later identified as CS1. He was caught attempting to sell prescriptions written by the Love Doctor. The CS told officers he had been buying approximately 25 to 30 prescriptions every week from the Love Doctor for the last 5 months. Investigators found prescriptions written by the Love Doctor in CS's possession. The CS, confidential sources, that's what that means. The CS agreed to work as a confidential informant, and he agreed to make a controlled buy from the Love Doctor. On February 12, 2009, the CS purchased prescriptions from Fearnow, Love Doctor. I'm just going to call him Love Doctor from here throughout. From the Love Doctor at his office, then located at the Lunsford Medical Group in Bartlett. The CS wore a recording device. Now, have we seen that before? When somebody wearing sweatsuits and shit like Govan in 115-degree humidity, and he back at it again, wearing the same jumpsuit. Boy, what is he trying to hide? A CS wore a recording device. The CS entered, pay a co-payment. That co-payment is for the Wickmans, who mysteriously, name is going to come up. They the ones that the good Love Doctor was working out of their office. But see, as he was getting cash money, they was getting all the co-pays. And he was seeing 30 to 40 people every single day, 5 days a week. And then mysteriously, they got off the hook. But we're going to show y'all why. Because they are affiliated. But let's continue. And underwent a fake routine physical examination. The CS had no medical condition, nor was he diagnosed with any medical condition. During the physical, the CS requested the Love Doctor to write prescriptions for people who were not even present. In exchange for cash, good old Love Doctor Fearnow wrote a prescription for 80 milligram Oxycontin to David Body. That's one name. Y'all gonna have to do that by yourself because we got a team on these names. That's one. To David Body, 80 milligram Oxycontin. He wrote prescriptions for that purple drink, Phenergan, lower tabs, and Xanax for Dwayne Wade. Not the basketball player. No, it can't be Dwayne Wade. The NBA star, Dwayne Wade. And then again, you never know. Dwayne Wade and Ja'Cory Davis. That's, y'all keep up with them names in case I want to do something. The CS was not David Body, Dwayne Wade, or Ja'Cory Davis, and they were not present for the transaction. The recording and fraudulent prescriptions were tagged in the evidence. On February 18, 2009, agents again utilized confidential informants to make controlled, monitored buys of prescriptions from the good Love Doctor. On this occasion, Fearnow sold 4 fraudulent prescriptions for $200. The 4 prescriptions displayed the following information. There you go right here, all this stuff he got to put on there. He got 8-ounce codeine, 1 refill, and Xanax, 90 count, all of that. Y'all can read all of that. He was selling pills and drinks. So I'm gonna skip over there, but y'all welcome to read it. The video recording, boy, they was wired up, reveals that Fear Now sold a prescription to the confidential sources for cash. Fear Now secreted the cash in his pocket. He did not have a legitimate medical reason for even writing these prescriptions. Agents tagged the video and fraudulent prescription and the evidence. Now, August 19, 2009, Shelby County Sheriff investigators received information from a confidential informant that a certain female possessed with the intent to distribute a large amount of oxycodone pills, Percocets. Investigators began the investigation and arrested this female and found her in possession of the pills. After being advised of her rights, she gave a statement that she received the prescriptions for the pills from Fear Now. She advised that she purchased prescriptions from Fear Now for redistribution. She also said that she would pay Fear Now $150 cash for a prescription for Oxycontin or hydrocodone or Xanax. She explained that the love doctor would write the prescriptions in the names of people that she gave him. She said she had been selling them prescription narcotics for over 6 months and on average would sell 180 to 360 Oxycontin per week at the price of $24.50. All right, $24.50 per pill and 200 to 300 lower tabs hydrocodone per week at the price of $7 per pill. Y'all can do the math and see that she was banking, making major cake. She admitted that she was at the location where she was arrested for the purposes of selling 2 bottles of Oxycontin to a person for $2,200 per bottle. After procuring consent to search her home, investigators seized hundreds of Xanax pills, 2 bottles of 90-count Oxycontin, 1 bottle of 180 hydrocodone tablets, lower tab, 2 bottles of Tussanex syrup, their drink, and weapons, firearms. The narcotics were prescribed by the love doctor. Of course, there goes his information on all his bottles. And now check this out. On October the 2nd, 2009, Shelby County detectives and DEA agents met with confidential source number 3 and number 4. So they got 4 confidential sources right now. We're trying to spot which one is Govan, right? Because he got flipped somewhere along the line. Right now, both CS number 3 and CS number 4 were previously arrested on September 28, 2009. And just because they was arrested doesn't mean they had no paperwork on them, because y'all already seen everything sealed around this dude anyway, Govan. So they'll flip you and keep you out the system so you can go to work. What sense would it make to put you in the system with a paperwork trail when they gonna know that you've been arrested, right? Let's go. When arrested, both had the love doctor prescriptions in their possession. Now, both advised that they went to Fear Now for the prescriptions. They paid co-payments at the front desk. Now, see right here, they paid co-payments at the front desk. I want y'all to let that marinate, because this is where the Wickmans come in at it as co-conspirators, but they didn't even get a finger laid on them. When it's at the end of this video, you're gonna know why, and you're gonna really know why they is untouchable, because it's gonna make sense. So they paid co-payments at the front desk. So every time the doctor got paid his cash, they collect their fee for the people to come in. They got to pay their co-payment, everybody, 30, 40 of them a day. So everybody getting paid. They met with a nurse who collected the money for the prescriptions. They wrote the names of the people they wanted the love doctor to write prescriptions to, and he later wrote the prescriptions. Both advised that Fear Now wrote the prescriptions for no legitimate medical purpose. They advised they did not have shit wrong with them and no reason that they wouldn't medically need the damn prescription. And they wasn't even patients, legitimate patients of the Love Doctor, nor were the names they submitted to him. Nobody was a pay. They just go get people, hey, you want to make $50? And we could bring your prescription back and your name, take your ass to Walgreens, CVS, Walmart, and bring me them goods back. On October 2nd, 2009, investigators wired them up with video and audio equipment to engage in a controlled buy from the Love Doctor. They entered his office. Hours later, they returned with the package, the prescriptions, and the recordings of the transactions. They received Oxycontin, 80 and 90 count, written to Gail Triplet. That's another name for the people out there that love doing that all night. There's 4 names. Gail Triplet, and one for Oxycontin, 80 milligram, 90 count, written to Eric Curtis. There's another one for you. It should be noted that neither source was named Gail Triplet or Eric Curtis. Well, I know that. Gotta be a Hernandez Govan. I know that. Upon debriefing the sources, agents learned that the sources signed in at the front desk. They provided personal information to the receptionist. The information was written on paper, and kept by the office. Y'all pay attention because we're going to light the Wickman's ad, whatever the name is, up. The information they named, the personal information for these ones that's fraud, information was not entered in the computer system, but it was written on paper and kept by the office. They paid the co-payments. They then waited hours. While waiting, they communicated with a nurse named April, who advised that the Love Doctor would not be seeing those types of patients face to face. And she advised that the police, had been heavy in the area. The nurse also told them that the Love Doctor was at lunch. And then she told them that she gonna holler at them. After leaving the sources, the confidential sources, April later returned, and then now we ready to go. Where the money at? She demanded cash payments, $150 per prescription off the top. The confidential sources paid cash in exchange for prescription. The sources also provided names for the prescriptions to be written in. April left their site and returned with the prescription signed by the Love Doctor. I mean, she took him the money. He gave her the script. She passed them out, and they left. The Love Doctor never performed any medical examination on the confidential sources. Agents tagged the video and the prescriptions as evidence. On October 9, 2009, Shelby County Sheriff Detective Robbie Jewell conducted surveillance on the location. Jewell observed hand-to-hand transactions between the Love Doctor and customers at the back door of the building. This motherfucker, boy, I know Juke was up there, cause he's slanging out the back gate like one of your guys' songs and shit. We know Govan was up there. We know a lot of people was up there. Jewell observed hand-to-hand transactions between the Love Doctor and customers at the back door of the business. Jewell observed vehicles pull up to the back of the business. Jewell observed the Love Doctor exit through the back door, approach the vehicles, and engage in hand-to-hand transactions. This man was booming. I mean, he was sweet and all that, but he was trapping. So, yeah, y'all remember what I showed you in the beginning. He also sold prescriptions for deeds, just like the one that shot Govan or whatever, Dollar Bill and Charleston White saying it's some rainbow sweet shit going on. But we got that paperwork too. Y'all make sure y'all pay attention, because we got that episode in Owens Park when they were getting bucket naked. We got that affidavit too. On October 21st, 2009, agents met with confidential source number 5, Now here's the number 5. Right now they got 5 confidential sources, informants. Confidential source number 5 was familiar with the Love Doctor. This might be the one right here. This CSFI agent, now that's a her. This CSFI agent that she had previously purchased prescriptions from the Love Doctor in other people's names. She advised that she had no medical reason for this shit, and she was selling for cash. She showed the agents, I'm skipping over all that because it's pretty much saying the same thing. He ain't selling, but 4 different things, and they all the same. She also advised agents that she could continue to purchase prescriptions from him. On October 23rd, 2009, investigators did use confidential source number 5 to engage in controlled recorded purchase of prescriptions from the Love Doctor at his office. She entered the office. Hours later, she returned with the prescriptions in 2 different people's names. And in fact, the Love Doctor wrote a prescription in the damn DEA agent's name. Wow, don't get no damn incriminating in there. He writing them so damn fast. He wrote one in the damn DEA agent's name. And the agent was not or nor have ever been a patient of the Love Doctor. Investigators debriefed the source. She advised she purchased prescriptions. She purchased the prescription from the Love Doctor. She advised that she was not and has never been a patient of the Love Doctor. Of course, they took all the recordings and all that for evidence. While the source was inside the office, Shelby County Detective Robbie Jewell conducted a surveillance on the office. On multiple occasions, she observed, I'm just going to call him Jewell, observed the Love Doctor engage in deals from the back door of the business. In one of the deals, the Love Doctor exited the back door of the business, looked around, approached a parked car in the parking lot, and put a small piece of white paper in the gas cap door. Moments later, another vehicle pulled up behind the car. A male black exited the vehicle, approached the parked car, and pulled the white piece of paper from the gas cap door. Agents believe that the Love Doctor deposited a prescription in the gas cap location. During all of the above transactions, the recipients of the prescriptions did not have any medical problems that required the prescriptions. Fear now, of course, he ain't never ordered no damn MRI, CAT scan, X-ray, blood test, none of that. He just give me the money, take the paper, and get out of here. It should be noted that all narcotics prescribed by the Love Doctor are drugs that are commonly sold on the street, and they are commonly used by abusers. On October 30, 2009, DA agents executed a federal search warrant at the Wickman Family Medical Clinic, where the Love Doctor worked. Let's pause it right there, y'all. We're finna get interested about these Wickmans. True. All right. Upon entering, agents observed the Love Doctor filling out prescriptions for all the ones that we know he sell. He had a list of names provided by a drug dealer. Remember, we trying to spot a rat. Turn that damn Govan if we can. The Love Doctor was caught in the act of writing prescriptions for people named on the list. Agents interviewed a number of employees of the Wickman Family Medical Care. Some of the employees stated that it ain't no damn secret that the Love Doctor been selling dope and this is the trap house, right? The Love Doctor customers were required to pay Nancy Wickman. Now see, right here, y'all, check this out. The feds got all of this, right, on the Wickmans, but as I told y'all, I'm gonna show y'all why. Yeah, why their name didn't come up in this Love Doctor's federal indictment. Everybody got to be working, but I'm gonna show y'all something at the end. Y'all pay attention, don't miss it. Now let me start over, because here's where the Wickmans come in at. The Love Doctor customers were required to pay Nancy Wickman or the Wickman Family Medical Center a co-payment to see the love doctor. That mean they had to pay, just as I told y'all, they had to pay the co-payment before they can even see the love doctor to pay him cash. Everybody gets paid. The customers will then pay the love doctor for the prescriptions. Employees advised that Nancy Wigman told them not to enter cash-paying customers into the computer system, so there would be no record of them. God damn. I mean, God, googly. Y'all know, okay, yeah, I'm trying to monetize this video. Once again, from the top, y'all. The customers were then paid. Now, once again, from the top. Love doctor customers had to pay the big boss to sell dope on her block, Nancy Wigman, or the cartel, the Wigman Family Medical Center. A co-payment. You got to get taxed to sell dope out of here. This track booming. A co-payment to see the love doctor. That's what the customer had to do. The customer would then pay the love doctor for his dope. But employees advised that Nancy Wigman, Triple OG, told them not to enter cash-paying customers into the computer system, so there would be no record of them. Wow. After advising the love doctor of his Miranda rights, the love doctor agreed to give a statement. He just straight up said, I admit to selling dope. Everything that you got a prescription, I admit to all of that. Right? He said he admitted that he sold prescriptions on the day of the search warrant, October 30, 2009. He also advised that he had been selling illegal prescriptions for approximately 3 years. In his statement, he admitted to selling 25,000 illegal prescriptions, of which approximately 500 were for Oxycontin. He later advised that about 70% of his patients at the Wigman Family Medical Center were customers who purchased illegal prescriptions. He also advised that he routinely saw 30 to 40 people a day, 5 days a week at the clinic. The trap house never closed except for the weekend. He got to go play golf or have some freaky dicky baby or butt naked sessions with somebody that we probably during the course of the investigation. Agents procured records from the database, and they just said, boy, you've been writing too many prescriptions, and the pharmacy got to keep a tab on all of that. The United States would have introduced proof demonstrating how many prescriptions Fentanyl wrote. The large majority is for what we already know: Oxycontin, hydrocodone, Tussinet cough syrup, and Xanax. The United States would have also called witnesses who would have testified that the love doctor knowingly sold the prescriptions to drug dealers. These drug dealers had prescriptions filled at local pharmacies and pharmacies outside Tennessee, including Georgia, Mississippi, Nashville, Tennessee, Paris, Tennessee, and Jackson, Tennessee. Now, Georgia, Mississippi, Nashville, Tennessee, Paris, Tennessee, and Jackson, Tennessee. The United States would have also introduced audio and video recordings and other physical evidence proving that the love doctor guilty of each crime outlined in the indictment beyond a reasonable doubt. Now let's get to the freaky deaky session in Overton Park, where the love doctor was butt naked with the baby oil with somebody. Now, he got caught up in a stain, but let's read that affidavit. True. Let's get it. Y'all like, share, subscribe, and our support too. We ain't going nowhere yet. And please try to donate to the channel. Damn. $sign TRUUUUUUU number 2. Long little flipper man. Stay safe, stay blue, and stay blessed. Now let's get to the freaky dicky butt naked baby oil session. True. All right. Let's get into this citation for some butt naked freaky dicky activity from the love doctor. This happened on, as you can see, his name, Daniel Fear Now. I believe the date is March the 23rd of 2010. Now take note that this is after his ass, after everything I just showed you, he made bond, right? On the federal charges for selling dope. Soon as he made bond, he go again. Now he out there pulling his DIKK out and not even knowing it's a stain. Indecent exposure. He got 2 counts. Let's try to read this. Members of somebody can't write. Members of MPD Team 3 were conducting an undercover detail in Overton Park using detective some shit, I guess it's detective, as the decoy. Using a detective as the decoy. The decoy was sitting on the bricks in the parking area. The decoy was sitting on the bricks in the parking area at the park. When the defendant came walking by, the decoy said hi. So now let me start over. So, all right, members of the MPD Team 3 were conducting an undercover detail in Overton Park using a detective as the decoy. The decoy was sitting on the bricks in the parking area at the park. When the defendant came walking by, the decoy said hi. The defendant made eye contact. Look at this. Look at my spell. He got I spelled I, the letter I, I-W-E. The defendant made, one more time, y'all. Members of the MPD Team 3 were conducting an undercover detail in Overton Park using a detective as the decoy. The decoy was sitting on the bricks in the parking area at the park. When the defendant came walking by, when the love doctor came walking by, the decoy said hi. The defendant made eye contact with the decoy and motioned for him to follow the love doctor over to the wooded area. So the decoy was a guy. We're gonna read it one more time once I break down this scribble scrabble. Over to the wooded area. After a brief conversation, the love doctor pulled out his DIKK on the decoy in the park in full view of the rest of the public. Love doctor told decoy he know a place where they could go and it would be $50 for the room. The takedown was at what they say East Parkway, and man, this mother can't write whatever. East Parkway in Vancouver, some shit. Yeah, so let's read it again since I didn't scribble scrap. Whoever wrote this, boy, I get this threw out of court. Members of the MPD Team 3 were conducting an undercover detail in Overton Park using a male detective as a decoy. The decoy was sitting on the bricks in the parking area at the park. When the love doctor came strolling on by, the decoy said hi. The love doctor made eye contact with the decoy and motioned for him to follow the love doctor over to the wooded area. After a brief conversation, the love doctor just pulled out his little weenie to the decoy in the park in full view of the public. The love doctor told the decoy, I know a place we can go. Where we could go and it cost $50 for the room. The takedown was at East Parkway and some street. And that's the adventures of the love doctor. He got 2 indecent exposures. So I guess he did it twice. And here's that little paperwork. And that's the adventures of the love doctor. Now, before I go, let's
Let me tell y'all, damn, Cornelius Smith was supposed to go to court today, and I'm gonna check and see if what happened in that situation. I'm quite sure that would have made the news. So I guess they reset him. Now, why would they keep on resetting Cornelius when ain't nobody else going to trial? Or is there? Would there be some more indictments on the state or the federal level? Straight Drop also has been relocated. He's in medium security at Southland Correctional Center. We keeping an eye on all these boys. Like I said, I expect him to come back on appeal, either with a brand new trial or a resentencing hearing because of Cornelius, because of Govan's temporary victory. Because, I mean, like I keep telling y'all, to make a long story short, Straight Drop too young to not eat no cheese. So that means the plan's still in motion. With CMG, like Yo Gotti said, if Straight Drop get booked, he coming home. And Straight Drop had a billboard in Manhattan, top real estate. Govan couldn't do that, and neither could Jug neither. There's some money in it, if you know about Manhattan, New York. So they come to Jigger. Yeah, don't let a flip man, because fuck the 22 million. Y'all do the right thing. Donate to the channel if you can. We out here working them back up. True Results. Cash out True Results number 2. True Results number 2. I love y'all. And stay tuned because we got some more damaging stuff. Now y'all look out for part 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to change the title in the last video so we can get that real dirt on Hernandez and Govan, what happened to Teasy, and a whole lot of shit right under this dude's nose. So don't let him fool y'all. True. Donate to the channel. One love. True.
All right. Mine said he ain't called the police, man.
Trap ain't never played it fly with y'all. I would kill the shit 100. And my bank account hit the nigga. I've been